Hi friends, I am Dr. Anamika. In chapter 1 of data mining, we learn the basic concept of data mining. In this chapter of data warehousing and OLTP, we will discuss the difference between the data warehouse and database and what is the use of data warehouse, how it is constructed. Data warehousing provide architectures and tools for business executive to systematically organize, understand, and use their data to make strategic decisions. Loosely speaking, or in general speaking, a data warehouse refers to a database that is maintained separately from an organization's operational database. According to William H. Inman, a data warehouse is a subject-oriented, integrated, time-variant, and non-volatile collection of data in support of management decision-making process. These are the two basic definition of data warehouse. In the definition of data warehouse, we have used the four keywords. One is subject-oriented, integrated, time-variant, and non-volatile. These four keywords distinguish data warehouse from other data repository systems such as RDBMS, transaction processing system TPS, and file system. Subject oriented. It means a data warehouse is organized around the major subjects such as customers. Data warehouse can be based on customer, supplier, product, and sales rather than concentrating on day-to-day operations and transaction processing of an organization. Next is integrated. A data warehouse is usually constructed by integrating multiple heterogeneous sources such as relational database, flat files, and online transaction records. Third is time variant. Data are stored to provide information from a historical perspective. It means if we make the collect the data from last 5 years, so we can use this historical data for the decision making. Non-volatile. A data warehouse is always a physically separate store of data transformed from the application data found in the operational environment. Due to this separation, a data warehouse does not require transaction processing, recovery, and concurrency control. It only requires two operations. First is initial loading of the data, and second is access of the data. How are organizations using the information from data warehouse? This is basically a usage of data warehouse, how the organization use. Many organizations use this information to support business decision making activities, increasing customer focus, which include the analysis of customer buying pattern, which type of product generally customer buying. Second is repositioning of products and managing product portfolios by comparing the performance of sales. It means here we can compare the number of quarter sale, we can compare the year by sale, and we can compare the geographical region by sale in order to fine tuning production strategy. Analyzing operations and looking for source of profit. Managing the customer relationship, making environmental correction, and managing the cost of corporate assets. Here we will discuss the difference between the operational database system and data warehouse. The major task of online operational database system is to perform online transaction and query processing. Online transaction query processing, in short term we can say OLTP system. They recover most of the day-to-day operation of an organization such as purchasing, inventory, manufacturing, banking, payroll, registration, and accounting. On the other hand, the data warehouse serves user in the role of data analysis and decision making. Such system can organize and present data in various formats in order to accommodate the different need of different users. These systems are known as online analytical processing, that is OLAP system. In this course of data mining, number of times we'll discuss these two important terms, OLTP and OLAP system. So the major distinguished features between the OLTP and OLAP are summarized. The first difference between the data warehouse and OLTP and OLAP system is an OLTP system is customer oriented and is used for transaction and query processing by clerk, client and IT professionals. On the other hand, an OLAP system that is based on data warehousing is system or market oriented and is used for data analysis by knowledge worker, includes managers, executives and analysts. Second difference is on the basis of content of data. An OLTP system manage current data that are too detailed to be easily used for decision making of day-to-day decision. But on the other hand, OLAP system manage large amount of historical data, provide the facilities for summarization, aggregation and stores, manage information at different level. The summarization, aggregation and stores, these are the different operations of data mining that we perform on data warehouse. The next difference is database design. An OLTP system usually adopts an entity relationship data model and an application oriented database design. An OLAP system typically adopts either a star or snowflake models and a subject oriented database design. Next difference is view. An OLTP system focus mainly on current data within an enterprise or department. On the other hand, an OLAP system often spans multiple versions of a database schema due to the growing process of the organization. It means in the first year we have the data of 100 employees, next year we have the data of 500 employees, next year we will get the data of 1000 employees. So there are different versions of the same data warehouse. OLAP system also deal with information that originate from different organizations. Here it means we can take the same kind of organizations or different kind of organization where we are doing the comparison. Next is access pattern. The access pattern of an OLTP system consists mainly of short atomic transactions. However, on the other hand, OLAP systems are mostly read-only operations because most data warehouse store the historical data rather than up-to-date information. These are the basic difference on the basis of number of features between OLTP and OLAP. Here the features are like on the basis of characteristics orientation, number of users, types of user, functions that we can use. In OLTP we use day-to-day operation, in OLAP we use long-term information, database design, the types of database we use, the type of data we use, summarization, view of OLTP data and OLAP data, units of work, axis of focus, number of operation that we can use, types of operation that we can use in OLTP and OLAP, number of record that we can access in OLTP and OLAP, and number of users that can work on OLTP or use the OLAP systems, and database design of OLTP and OLAP. These are the basic feature, and these basic feature we can differentiate the OLTP and OLAP systems. But why we have a separate data warehouse? Because if we have database, what is the requirement of separate data warehouse? There are number of again difference on the basis of different features. First is an operational database or OLTP is designed and tuned from known tasks and workload such as indexing and hashing, using the primary key, searching for particular records and optimizing queries. On the other hand, data warehouse queries are often complex. They involve the computation of large group of data at summarized level. and may require the use of special data organization, access, and implementation method based on multidimensional views. An operational database supports the concurrent processing of multiple transactions at a time. Concurrency control and recovery mechanisms such as locking and logging are required to ensure the consistency and robustness of transactions. An OLAP query often needs read-only access of data records for summarization and aggregation. Concurrency control and recovery mechanism, if applied for such OLAP operation, may risk the execution of concurrent transactions and thus substantially reduce the throughput of an OLTP system. Last is the separation of operational database from data warehouse is based on different structure, content, and use of data in these two systems. Decision support require the historical data, whereas the operational data do not typically maintain the historical data. It use only day-to-day transactions. These are the basic difference between the OLTP system and OLAP system, the requirement of data warehouse, and the designing of database and data warehouse. Thank you.